Hey everybody, welcome back to another Girlfriends Chit Chat. You know, y'all, I'm so excited about tonight. But we got so much to talk about tonight. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and bring my girlfriend in, Miss Leslie Thomas of She Promotes Network. Come on in here, girl.
What's up?
Oh, what's going on, girl? How you doing?
Everything's all good, sister. Let's do it.
Y'all, it's gonna be hype tonight because I'm so excited because we got a lot to talk about tomorrow. What's going on? We're gonna talk tonight. So
Yes.
let's come on and bring in my girl Shauna Price, the connection guru. It's you
Hey,
tonight.
hey. How
Hey.
y'all doing? I heard her say we got a lot to talk about.
Yes,
We
we
A
talking
do.
lot.
I
We're
know,
talking
girl.
Tonight.
Y'all, I'm so excited because y'all know what tomorrow is, right? Tomorrow is launch
Launch
day of
day,
the
launch day,
Girlfriends
launch
magazine.
day.
Y'all know I'm so excited about the launch of the magazine. It is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for the panel discussion, the guests, and also my feature. I can't wait for Miss Jacqueline Carter to come on in the room and chat with us tomorrow. It's gonna be
Yes.
amazing. My cover girl on the cover of the
Yes.
Girlfriends magazine is gonna be amazing. If you all have not had an opportunity yet to register for the event tomorrow night, you want to go to www.thegirlfriends what chitchat.com
Yes.
girlfriendschitchat.com. You want to go there and register for tomorrow night. It is going to be amazing. We have got some amazing surprises in store, and we're giving away some stuff tomorrow night too. So you're
Yes.
gonna want to be in the room tomorrow night. So I'm so excited. But you all, with no further ado, y'all, we're gonna dive in tonight. We got an amazing guest with us. She ain't new to the Girlfriends. She
Not
ain't
at
new to us
all.
at all. Miss Shermandarine Shanker. We are so happy to have her here with us this evening. And so, y'all, I want to kind of, we always come in and we want to always talk about our guests and who they are and what they're about. And so when they come into the room, we always have a great conversation with them. So I'm gonna go and have my girl, Miss Shermandarine. What's up, girl?
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
Hey.
Excited to be back.
Yes, we're
Happy
excited
to
to have
have
you.
you.
And for everybody who does not know Shermandarine, tell everybody about who you are and who you service.
Awesome. So my name is Shamandrian Shankle. I am the CEO of Handle It Solutions and Services and also the founder of the Handle It Business Lounge. In a nutshell, I'm all about helping women to get their time back when it comes to high performing women who are CEOs, entrepreneurs, helping them with the systems, the processes, the teams in their businesses so that they can build legacy businesses. But I'm extremely passionate as well about helping women who have something inside of them and they know that they're passionate about it and they're wanting to bring it out as a business. So helping them to convert that passion into a profitable business online.
Well, good.
Yes.
Look, that's what we all
Well,
trying
that
to
goes
get
to
to.
show she just gave it all to us.
You
Yeah.
know, give it to you. Give it
A
to you in a
passionate,
nutshell.
passionate boss.
Look, but that's how it is, y'all. We're trying to get our business to that point where we can manage our business and not have to worry about all the back stuff, all the stuff in the back office, all the virtual stuff, everything that we need to tend to. So, Shamandrin, tell us what exactly can you do for me in my business if I'm trying to get to that level of trying to relinquish some of the stuff that I can't do anymore because I'm all over the place. What
Yeah.
can you do to help me leverage my business, regardless if I'm a startup business or I'm a seasoned owner?
Yeah. So, I mean, typically it's all about the systems, the process, the teams, the operations of the business. But I mean, when it all boils down to it, I just want the women that I work with, the women that I serve, to understand that we have to have abundance when it comes to
Yes.
our businesses, right? Because there's so many of us women, whether you're just now getting started or you have that desire, or whether you're already operating your business and they're missing out on life because they don't have the ability to be able to, break away from the business, right?
Right.
And so I
Right.
always say that, like, I'm giving them their time back. Like, I understand what it's like to be on both ends of the spectrum where I was working a 9 to 5 and
Right.
wanted out and crying in my the parking lot of my job because I
Mhm.
knew I wanted to do something that was more than what I was able to do. But then
Yeah.
on the other end, we leave our 9 to 5. Why? Because we want time freedom and we want money freedom. And then we start creating these businesses and don't have time, but we have the money. And it's
Right.
like you're still living in lack if you don't have the time, but you have the money.
Right.
You can't spend it if you don't have the time. So I mean,
Okay.
those are the core pillars. It's about putting the systems in place, creating a process that allows you to do the same thing over and over and over again, so that you can bring on a team that can run that thing like autopilot.
Wow. I absolutely love that. I mean, we encounter women all the time. I mean, for a lot of people, we had you on last year and we're so excited to have you back. But what does that process really look like? You are a mother, a business owner. How do you find balance between the two?
Yeah. So I feel like that part, the word balance, I had to really let that word go,
Yes.
because when we think about balance, we think about, for some reason, we think that it means that everything has to be weighed the same. And life is never going to be that way, because there's always going to be something that has to be a priority at this time. And then we
Right.
shift, to different things that are as a priority. For an example, like at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of last year, we in 2022 now. I had to release about two of my major clients. And I'm like, okay, Lord, like, what is that going to look like financially? Because these were big clients, but I
Right.
had to fulfill a role as a homeschool mom to my son who needed
Right.
it. And I had a
Wow.
toddler, right? And so I'm like, Lord, I don't understand what this is going to look like, but I had to operate in faith to know that sometimes balance may look like me giving 70% to be present with my kids and only 30%, and allowing God to show me, well, what does that look like? And then
Right.
sometimes it's a matter of you being able to give a higher percentage of your business, but you have your children taken care of, and and have people that can support you in
Right.
doing that. And so it's not necessarily it all being balanced, but it's being able to prioritize in
Right.
the time that we're going through.
Right, right. And I think what you're saying is a lot of women really have to define what that balance is for themselves, because
Yeah.
it's not a cookie cutter process. Everybody is different. Everybody's methodologies are different. So yeah, I totally agree. That has been major challenges for a lot of business owners, who have, finally come, we're in quarantine, which is the awesome thing, because I've seen more businesses birth during the quarantine than I've ever seen. So, whereas some people thought it was a bad thing, I think that, aside from the many challenges that the COVID quarantine has brought, it brought about so many businesses. Have you seen an increase just in your business alone with women who are saying, hey, I need to figure out how to put all of this together?
Yeah, because for one, my business serves typically online businesses, right? I'm an
Okay.
online business manager. And so one thing that I found was that these women were thriving
Yeah.
during the quarantine,
Right.
right? I saw their prices go up. I saw their businesses scale and increase. And so while
Right.
everybody's thinking, oh, we're having a quarantine, so nobody's buying, maybe I should lower my prices, or maybe I should run, these six-figure entrepreneurs and CEOs they were moving forward into it,
Yeah.
and so because there's so much more opportunity with online business, there's so much opportunity for us to be able to come out as entrepreneurs and handle, different and bring our skills, our
Yeah.
services,
Yeah.
to the light.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
think that's what we look for, because so many times we get to a place in our business where we feel like, because I'm shut down, which I feel like I'm shut down because we are currently in home. I'm homeschooling virtually, and I'm trying to find a way to be able to, like you said earlier, to be able to care for my child, but also run a successful business. I
Right.
actually, I kind of congratulate you on making a decision to put your kids first, because a lot of
Yeah.
times we don't put our children first,
Yeah.
because we're so hungry for it and we want to keep our business thriving. We want to keep our business going. And that's amazing that you allow God to say, God, you got this. And
Yeah.
I'm believing and having faith in that. And that's what we have to get to a place, is having faith and believing that we're going to still be successful. Our business is still going to grow. It's still going to be prosperous. What do you feel like in regards to educating your clients on how to navigate and being able to still be successful, but at the same time put family first?
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
boundaries
Yes.
because so my son 2 years ago when so let me a little bit about the history of this business, right? So when I started Handle It Solutions as a business, I was pregnant with my daughter.
Mhm.
I was 8 months pregnant when I started offering these services, and literally on my hospital bed, I was working. And my son came to me after I had her, and he said, "Mommy, your business takes you away from your family." And so
Wow.
Wow.
yes, because literally I was working. I would wake up and I wasn't homeschooling then, but I would wake up and I would grab my laptop and I'd be working, and then I make
Mhm.
sure he got to school, or then we were going through I think we were doing virtual, I'm not sure, but I would make sure he was okay with school and stuff, and I'm on the computer, on the computer, on the computer all day every day. Let me stop, make sure they ate, make sure this happened, but I'm just
Right.
on the computer all the time. And I didn't have any boundaries within my business. I didn't have any boundaries for myself. I didn't have
Right.
any boundaries with my clients. So people and clients, they felt that they could talk to me anytime. Why? Because I was always available.
Yes.
Because I didn't have any boundaries, my family was suffering because they didn't have me. And so
Right.
I had to shift and pivot. I had to pivot the way that I offer services. I had to up my prices and lower what I was offering, the
Right.
amount, right? And then I also had to put time restrictions around when I was going to work, when people
Yes.
access me, when you cannot access me. I had to put those boundaries in place and stick to them, because when we don't have boundaries, sometimes we feel that if we're always available for clients, then they're going to respect us more. And what
Mm,
I realize is they respect you more when you have boundaries around
right.
yourself, boundaries
Exactly.
around how they access you.
Yes, yes, yes. And let me tell you something. I know that more than anything, and I had to do it because, of course, my business is credit repair and financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
And my clients, when they get a letter, they get a phone call, they get some sort of correspondence. That they're here, they go text messaging, and
Yep.
the first thing my daughter says, "Mama, you're off."
Yep.
Me being off has been so tough because my immediate reaction, because some things I'm like, oh, okay, I just need to do this really quick. I'm learning now after all of this time, especially now that we're in quarantine. I'm having to really set boundaries because I mean it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, and my daughter's like, no, and they're my family's like, no, we can't do it. So I understand that, and that's so tough because you want to give that, but yet your family deserves your time, they deserve your energy, and they deserve all of you, not a portion of you on the phone, but absolutely. And it's tough, it's very tough.
Yeah. I still have challenges with that, especially with my business and a lot of my clients being online, because I network a lot through Facebook. And
Mm-hmm.
so I have to still set the boundary of, I'm like, well, clients aren't contacting me,
Right.
but we're sitting here watching a movie, and
Right.
I'm talking to someone who wants to set an appointment, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
networking with someone in the DMs and things like that. And it's like,
Right.
I have to put those boundaries on myself too,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
my kids need me present. And
Yeah.
when I'm not present, that's experiences that we're missing out on. That's,
Mm-hmm.
like I remember, like now looking at my daughter who is 2, and how
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to be present for her life. And then I think about my son who is now 10, and the things that I see with her make me realize how much I missed with my son, because I was so focused on trying to climb the corporate ladder, trying to work, trying to, and I told myself, I convinced
Mm-hmm.
myself that I was doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my son. I'm trying
Right.
to, establish myself for my son, but he needed me. He needed
Yeah.
me present.
Yeah.
And it's like you're always sacrificing something, but we have to figure out which one is worth it,
Hey, Vanessa.
right? Which one is worth it? The sacrifice of missing out with your kids and experiencing things, or the sacrifice of figuring out, okay, what boundaries that do I put in place, and how do I restructure my
Right.
business in a way that allows me to have life and business.
The
Exactly.
amazing
Exactly.
thing about what you guys are talking about right now, and I've been backstage listening, right? But putting your family first. And I heard somebody say balance, and my good friend Freely Yola, she always says that there's really no such thing as boundaries. Balance. It's harmony, and finding
Yeah.
harmony
Mhm.
in our everyday life is what makes the difference. Um, because what I've learned is that when it happens, just like a few minutes ago, me stepping having to go backstage was because of my daughter, right? Because I have a 7 month old, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes we have to understand that it's okay, right?
Right.
I think we've let what society deems to be okay take over in our lives, and that's why, as Shamantha was saying, how we
Right.
feel like we're doing all the work and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I know what she means. I was on a live one night, and Chloe's on a live with me, and Chloe like told everybody, "You need to spend more time with your kids," and I was like, "Sis," but I think that's what I love about children the most because they're gonna tell you the truth, right?
Yes, they
But
will.
it
They
absolutely makes
will.
a difference in how we approach our lives. And here's the real kicker: your customers, whatever you want to call them,
Mhm.
I guarantee you, for the most part, they putting their kids first.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I
they are.
agree.
They got boundaries in place that says I can reach out to you, but you can't reach out to me. But the only reason why it says that is because there's somewhere along the line you've allowed them to believe that that was okay. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
they so having boundaries, like when I realized I didn't have boundaries, oh, it was a game changer. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
sis, don't call me out. Not sleep, but don't call me.
But you know, y'all, I think we get so caught up in that last email. I'm gonna do this last one. This last one. Let
Yep.
me get this one little thing over here. I gotta do this right quick. But you
Mhm.
find yourself continuously doing that, and you have to know when to put the brakes on. And a
Yeah,
lot
Exactly.
of times
when
we
to
don't
stop.
know how to say enough is enough
Right.
until we get
Absolutely.
burnout or till we get exhausted. Like Shamandra said, till your kids tell you,
Till they
you
pull that
neglected
card.
me. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
and you
Right.
have to. And I mean, but Samantha, how did that look? Having to step away from two of your
Main
clients
Yeah.
and try to figure it out. How did that look? Because I know your clients was like, "What? You leaving
The
And
me?"
look on
so,
their face
yeah.
tells me like,
And
bestie, it's
so
not good.
honestly, it was actually a couple of
I
things that
look
happened that led me to that point because with my clients, honestly, first off, I was over delivering
Yeah.
and
mm-hmm.
being underpaid because when we first get started with something we're like, oh well, I'm just gonna charge them this amount, or I'm just gonna charge this while I'm getting to know how to do this and all of that stuff. And so I was grossly like, I wasn't valuing myself first off,
Mhm.
so I wasn't charging my rates.
Right.
And so if we're not charging enough, then we create this huge workload on what we
Mhm.
feel that we need so that we can make what make the income that we need.
Right.
And so I had already started going through a journey to figure out like this is not working. I'm not
Right.
making enough and I'm burning myself out. And so
Right.
I had started shifting and figuring out, okay, well, what does my services need to look like in order for me to have the life that I want? What does my
Right.
prices need to look like in
Right.
order to have the life that I want? So
Mhm.
sometimes we think that it's all about, okay, what does the
Right, Vanessa.
package
Vanessa said the
look like?
superwoman
Yes.
But
syndrome.
if your prices are not re- um geared to reach your goals, you're never going to reach them anyway.
That's right.
Like I can't say that I want to make $100,000, but my package is $100. Like
Right.
it doesn't add up.
The math ain't
Right.
mathing.
Yeah, right. Your math ain't
Not at
mathing.
all.
Your math ain't mathing. Okay. And so I had already started shifting. And what I realized was that I needed to double. Once I figured out what other people who were established were actually charging, I
Right.
needed to double my rates. And of course, when you have clients who have been getting you at one value and you're telling them that it's actually worth another value, it's
Mhm.
hard to move there anyway.
Right.
And so it was me needing to value myself, but me
Mm-hmm.
also knowing that there's no way that I can get to where I feel I need to be serving the amount of people that I'm serving, charging what I'm charging,
Right.
Mhm.
and spending the amount of time that I'm spending. So
Right.
I had to it was impossible. But then what I didn't know was that in the midst of me releasing clients, I was going to have to shift and move out of my home and all of these different things that
Mm-hmm.
started happening. But
Right.
it was just a matter of faith. Like
Right.
when I say it was a, and Shauna know, Shauna knows some of that. And so it was a faith walk and a faith journey. But
Right.
if you know that God is telling you that it's time to move and
Mm-hmm.
it's time to, make some shifts, I had to be in place to be able to shift that because I
Right.
was able to purchase my home in every, and that was over a year ago. And I've been sustained,
Right.
I've been
Right.
Wait
sustained.
a minute. Hold up. Let's just stop 1 second because she tried to slide in there that she let go of some clients and then purchased a home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. See,
now
that's
y'all didn't even catch
amazing.
y'all didn't catch it. Y'all didn't catch it. See, they missed
I
it. They
called
missed it. She lost clients, y'all, and bought a house. What that tell you? Her faith
it.
walk is
Faith.
what? Her
That
faith
is
walk is
certainly
what?
a faith move.
It was
All
100%
day long.
faith.
It's
It
a
was
faith,
all
it's a
faith.
faith walk. We have to be walking in faith every day. Every decision we make, it's
Exactly.
a faith walk, y'all. This journey real. Everybody's journey is different and their destination is different.
Yeah.
But
You know,
trust me, the journey is real.
let
It
me
is.
tell you what's so amazing about what you're saying, and it so speaks to me. So let me tell you, I do, of course, credit repair. I do financial literacy. Now, interestingly enough, my clientele comes from all of the realtors that I work with. So the whole scope of that is if a client goes to a realtor and that client's credit is not together, then I am the one that comes in to be a part of the team to fix the credit. If
Right.
I fix the credit, the realtor's gonna get paid because they're gonna get commission. And then if I keep my prices low, the person that's going there to do that, who just purchased a home, they just benefited. And the person that was left out of that pile because I had my prices so low was me. So I had to go in and establish my own value because I'm like, wait a minute, my goal is I want to see my clients win. I want to see them in beautiful homes. But when I sat back and realized what my realtors are getting in just commission, I wasn't getting that. Once I
Mhm.
repair the credit, I'm done. I'm out. So everybody, I'm like, how do I make this mutually beneficial so that I can feel like I, of course, am benefiting from the whole setup as well. So I clearly understand that because my prices were low because I'm like, I want to get in. I want to establish the whole thing. And I realized that when this was all done, I was the least paid in the process.
Yep.
So I had to get there and I had to really establish my value, what I bring to the table, how quickly I am turning my clients around and they're moving into homes. They're getting their dream, but I have to establish my dream. And I really had to stop
Yes.
and press pause and say, I got to know my value. I can't be
Exactly.
nickel and diming myself. I know that this is what I'm passionate about. I know what I love to do, but I was leaving me out of the process. Just like we do as mothers, we're always the last on the totem pole. We take care of
Yeah.
everybody in the house, the
Yep.
husband, the kids, but I was leaving me out even in business. So I'm learning now to put me first, put
Yep.
me in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how do we establish that so that everybody is benefiting from that process? So that's why what you do is so important.
It
Yeah.
is.
You
Yeah.
got to
And
be,
that's,
you have to know our and charge our worth.
yes. And one thing that you said, Leslie, you were saying that you had to put you first, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I realized with almost every client that I get, whether it's one that is, CEO that's coming in, or, someone who's bridging the gap to CEO, or whether it's
Mm-hmm.
someone who's just now getting started, they the first thing that I always have them do is tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Tell me
Oh
what
wow,
you
that's
want.
good.
What's your vision? What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Not what do your clients want? Not what does everybody else want from you? What do you want?
Now you know
Right.
what you just said. That's the Mandarin. Now that's hard what you just said
Yeah. Woo wee.
because you're thinking
That's
of
loaded.
client first and not self.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the whole time when you just said it, I sat back and said, "What do I want?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
We get
always
lost
thinking.
in
You think about
translation.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if so crazy. My husband will always say, "You treat your personal life like your business, and you treat your
Yeah.
business like your personal life." And they do work hand in hand. So if
Mm-hmm.
I do what I do at home, where I put everybody else first and me
Right.
second. I do the same thing in my business.
Yeah.
I put my clients first and me second.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
you
but we
when
hit
you ask that,
burnout though.
see, but when you said that, I was like, okay, let me think a second.
Yeah.
What do I need?
Yep. Because at the end of the day, once those clients, they can come, but just the way they came, they can choose to no longer need you, right?
Right.
And
That's
I'm
every
not
day.
saying it, of course we have to serve our clients with excellence, of
Right.
course. But at the same time, if you're completely burned out and all of your clients just up and quit, then what's left? You have to pick up the pieces of yourself
Yeah.
that's left over,
That's
because
right.
then you feel like, oh my gosh, that was my life. All of this stuff, I'm drained. Like it takes, like, I've had to go through, I have a therapist now. Like,
Yeah.
I got a therapist now
Yes.
because I need someone who constantly tells me, no, Shamandrian, what do you want? It's about
Right.
you. What do you
Right.
like? And she asked me when we first got started, well, what do you like to do? And I couldn't figure out what I
See?
like to do outside of
Mm-hmm.
my business. Everything
See?
that I said, I'm like, oh, well, I like to go to women empowering events. She's like, that's networking. What do you
Yeah.
like to do? And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, and it's because I didn't have time to do it.
Did
That's
you
right.
figure it out?
Yeah, I know what I like to do now. I do
What you
all
like to
kinds
do?
of stuff. I like to do
What you like?
I realized that I like to do my own nails. Don't look at them. I'm still working on it, but I like to do that. That's something that I like to do myself. I could go to the shop, but I like
Yep.
to do it myself. And now I have the time to sit and do it
Yep.
myself, small things like that. I want to start getting massages every month. I ain't added that yet, but I'm gonna start doing it. Why?
You
Because
so
I
There
right,
put
you
Vanessa.
go.
things in place so that I have time for me. Vanessa said you can't pour from an empty cup. I say that all the time.
So
But
enough. That's the
if your
truth.
It's the
clients
truth.
are gone and you have nothing, then what? You got to make sure that you're still good. You're still whole. You're still complete. You're still filled. And in
Right.
order to be able to do that, you have to prioritize what you want out of life and what you want out of your business. If
Right.
you want to make a certain amount of income, like most of the people, I find that some of the women that are in that middle, when I ask them what do they want to make income wise, it's like the small goal. Oh, I just want to get to where I'm making $5,000. I just want to get to where I'm making $10,000 a month. And I'm like, no, like, what's the vision? What is your heart desire?
Right.
Because that's possible. Like,
Yeah.
what do you really want to be? Do you want a
Right.
$500,000 business? Okay, let's put stuff in place so that that's realistic. You want a
Right.
$1 million business? What does that take? What
Yeah.
does your life look like if you
Right.
have that?
Right.
Because I heard someone once say, if you're shooting at a target blindfold, you're never going to hit it.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Ooh,
Deep.
say that. Say that.
Woo.
If you're
Time.
shooting at a target blindfold, you're never going to hit it, because you're blind to what you're actually aiming at. You don't know.
Wow.
But once you know where you want to go, how much income you want to make, what
Mm-hmm.
you want this business to look like, how many
Right.
people need to support you so that you can only work the amount of time that you want to work, whether
Right.
that's a 4-hour work week, whether that's a 20-hour work week. It's
Right.
possible if you can plan for it.
Right,
Right.
right. And that's why I think vision boards usually are pretty good. Well, I mean, I have a vision. I do financial planning and I do that with my clients. I'm like, so where do we want to be a year from now? Not 5, because I feel like, to be realistic, I sit and do that. And they're like, well, I'm not quite certain. I said, well, how can we chase a dream if we don't know what it is? If
Exactly.
you know what your finances needs to look like, then we have to be able to apply a budget. You can't continue to do the wrong thing to get the new thing. We have to
Right.
be able to change the mindset. So
Mhm.
for me, it's starting from the ground. The credit's bad. Okay, fine. Where we're going to start is from here. Every month, what are we sacrificing to make sure that we hit that goal in 12 months? That is what I have to do with my clients, because you can't pull out aimlessly. There's no way for you to reach it if you don't know where you're going.
I
It
know
has
that's
to be
right.
a map out.
I'm on a
Exactly.
And you
no
walking
spend
blind,
time.
like you say, we're not setting those goals, let alone setting realistic
Right.
Yes.
goals.
But we don't. I think it just boils down. And if I'm speaking for myself, I think it just boils down to how we are looking at things. Like, for a minute when I would listen to people online, and every time I heard somebody say, "Oh, it's mindset shift, it's mindset shift," I used to be like, "Well, shift your mind then, because you're getting on my nerves with that." But I
It
started
would be.
realizing even as I was looking at my business and what we do in my business, it's a mindset shift with
Mhm.
anything that you want to change. And it took me back to something my dad used to tell us a long time ago. He used to say, simple stuff. I was telling him last night, listen, you got some of the best quotes, and I put them online a lot. But he used to tell us, if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. And a
Yeah.
lot of times we're not looking at what is that different,
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
but what is it that we want to know what it is that we got to do that's different.
Right.
And so I think sometimes it is just a matter of, I love the whole, what is it that you want? Because I know when I get
Right.
offline, I'm getting ready to ask myself that question and write it down.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean, it's a great question what she
completely,
said.
because
Mhm.
right, because I'm in my thought process, and some of the things that I'm shifting in, and some of the things that I'm switching around, I really need to ask that question again,
Yeah, we
right?
Yeah.
do.
Or just period. I need to ask that
Yeah.
question like every 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, we
Business,
all can
business
implement
and
that in
personal.
business.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, this is girlfriends chit chat. That's business and personal.
It's
Like, what do I
real
want in
though.
my personal
It's real
life?
because we saying pretending to be somebody we not. We need to be
Exactly.
real
Yeah.
about it and be honest and be truthful with ourselves is what you really
Mhm.
want. You
Yeah.
know,
You
you're
know,
not
but
trying
you
to do
know, a
like
lot of
everybody
people
else
say
doing.
that.
We need to stop trying to do what everybody else doing and figure out what works for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing in life is cookie cutter. Do you know
No.
there was a study that talked about divorced women and divorced women who had been in relationships and marriages for 25 plus years? When they finally got out, they said therapists asked, there was a survey that was done. They asked the women, what do you want? These women had already given up their lives. They gave up their thought process. One lady said, I have to almost learn how to ride a bike again because I've totally given up myself. When it's kind of like the coming to America syndrome. I like what you like. I'll eat what you eat.
That's one
They
of my
ask you
favorite
sometimes,
parts.
I don't know. I like
But
what
that's
he
true
like.
though.
You,
Whatever
huh?
you
That's
like.
true though.
Whatever you like, because that's
What
what
the dog?
happens. Yes, girl. And so, and I thought it to be true, but even those that are in our relationship, in our marriages, we have to stop and press pause and say, wait a minute, do I really like jazz or do I like rap? Do I like some trap music? You know what I'm saying? You really got to ask yourself that
Am
question.
I a little thuggish?
Yeah, oh, I got a little thug in me for sure.
Look, a little rough
Huh?
around the edges, huh? Is that what?
Am I a little scrappy? Like,
Yeah,
for real.
But
It's
yeah,
funny.
that's real.
That's
This is,
real.
but that's
My,
life,
I'm,
y'all. It's how we're
Yeah.
that's how that's how we function. We function in that every single day. I don't
yeah,
know what I really want. I'm just going
yeah,
with the flow. That's how
Mhm.
people do.
I have a
yeah.
question for Shamandrian.
Come on, Shauna. What's your question? Let me prepare.
It's not even.
You
It's
know
not
she
even
gonna
gonna
bring it,
be.
Shamandra.
I'm not even gonna like bring it, friend. But friend, what would you say is your superpower? Not your superpower for me, but just your overall superpower. She got
I would.
special
I
powers for me.
I say that my superpower is vision. And it's funny because someone just asked me this question and I don't even remember who it was, but I just answered this question. And the reason that I say my superpower is vision because if you give me a seed, I see a tree. You give
Yeah.
me, like you give me the
I love that.
idea, I'm going to see the big vision and I'm going to
Mhm.
see what it is, magnified. That's what I feel that God has blessed me with. And I'm excited.
Mm,
I'm passionate about that because it helps us to get out of the mindset of just seeing what's available to us and what's right in
Right.
front of
mm,
us,
I
you
love
know?
that.
And we have to be able to expand ourselves because I believe that anything that anybody else has been blessed with is available for me too. If there's people on
Amen.
this planet that are making billions of dollars, guess
Yeah,
what? That means if I want it, I can have it too.
yeah.
You
Right.
know,
A lot
and
of
There
them
you go.
stealing it, so we got to be able to get it.
I
right,
believe that.
and we're of the kingdom. Come on now,
Right.
if
Right.
You
they can
better know
get
that.
it,
Say that
Because
again.
as I tell people all the time,
Amen.
look, you gotta understand something, y'all, is you can't, you can't go to God with these little, like he said, these little small dreams.
no,
Yeah, because
Oh,
he
yeah,
like
you
he can
little
do. You can
small
do
goals. He
that.
said, I'm a big
But
God.
he didn't. God didn't show up small. God
Yeah, but
created the
but
earth.
we
He
but
didn't
we
show up small.
but come on now,
And
but we put our visions now, we put things on us on these vision boards, they be little. We like, oh God, I got this little goal. God, just
Mhm.
give me this
You
little,
got
and it's
that right.
always little. have big dreams, have big aspirations, have big things that you want to attain.
You
Things that
of
people
little
think, oh,
faith.
girl, you're not going to do that.
I
Girl,
think
you
it's
wasting your
God.
time. What you thinking about?
It's
Yeah.
almost like saying, God, can you do this right here?
Yeah.
Testing them. You
When he
testing
be
them.
like, I already got this right here sitting for you. You know y'all seen the little picture of the little girl got the bear in her
I
arm.
love the
And
Yeah.
picture.
she's
The
sitting there,
teddy
he holds the
bear.
bigger bear, but she don't want to let go of the smaller bear.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's how we be trying God. And I think God in his own way be saying, like he probably be saying to me, Shauna, come on now, let's keep it all the way G code,
Oh
baby.
yeah.
I
I feel like he
know.
coming to you just like that, like friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
He
then
But
the
tired
big
of me.
thing about it, the biggest thing about it is he's already done it though.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's already
done,
It's
done.
Yep.
done.
It's a matter of
done.
what we're going to take. So it's like if I walk in and I say, okay, well, I want the little cheeseburger. Then he
Right.
going, okay, well, you can have that. But
You
if
can
I
have
come
that
in and
cheese.
say, I want the filet mignon, I want,
Come
I
on
want
now.
this.
Right.
Come with it.
It's
There
like
you go.
it's available. It's already been made available, but it's up
Uh-huh.
to us
It's
to
our perspective
decide.
on it's how we see things. And I like
Yeah.
that you said vision was your superpower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a
Hey,
lot
the
of times
pastor.
we're not really thinking, and just to be all the way like in your face about it. Amira, what is your superpower? Leslie, you're next.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
God.
ready.
They
See,
get to
every time I
prepare.
put people on the spot. You see this,
Absolutely,
y'all?
Hey.
because I think sometimes we do a lot with our guests, but
Mm,
Shamandra is our friend and she's okay. What's your superpower?
mm. Empowerment.
Yeah.
Empower. Yeah, I can say that because I done got a many of phone calls and
Yeah.
texts. Okay,
I
so
want to
I
push
need
you
to
to be even better than what you see yourself being. I
Yeah.
want you
yeah.
to see what I see.
See,
Yeah.
Yep.
now
To
you
see
can
that
see how you can see what it
there's
really turns
no
out to
there's
be.
no end in sight. It goes beyond the sky. It goes beyond that because God sees infinity. You're gonna
Yeah.
go even further. Because I get tired of people setting those goals like, okay, once I meet this is as far as I want to go.
Right.
Stop settling just for this, just the
Yes.
surface layer. Because I remember God last year gave me the word elevation. He said,
Mhm.
you're
Right.
forever leaving yourself right here, surface layer. I need you
Right.
to go deeper
Yep.
Right.
and to see that. And so I'm consistently always encouraging, empowering, trying to instill something so much more in you than what you can see for
Yes.
yourself.
Yep.
So that's what I'm always doing.
Right.
Mhm.
Look at it. She was getting
Right.
ready to give a whole sermon
No,
just
I
now.
was
I
not.
felt it right here. I
Oh,
was
she's
about to
right
pass
in
the
there.
plate.
I'm over here rocking.
I'm about,
Right.
look, I'm about to pass
She
the
was
plate,
going
girl.
hard. Leslie, what's your superpower?
My superpower is, and Song Sarah said it best. That's our resident fashionista. If she's not watching, she said on Instagram the other day. She said, "You are the ultimate hype girl," and I am,
Yes.
because what I am the ultimate. But it's definitely authentic, because what I believe is, I give to people what I know I am. So if I'm hyping you up, I don't need you to do it, because when I wake up every morning, what I say to others, I've already said it to myself. I am that hype girl, because what it is, I am a visionary. God's given me that blessing many, many years ago, because I truly believe in the embodiment of empowerment. I don't believe that I'm going to speak empowerment and not put it into motion. So even when I'm not getting it, I'm giving it, because at the end of the day, everything that I do is unto the glory of God. So when I'm not getting the hype, he's giving it to me. So I've already gotten what I needed from him. So he's commissioned me to empower women who've been down. I am that hype girl.
Good God Almighty. I
Look,
am the two
I
most important
am.
words in this world.
I am.
I
That's
am.
it.
Shauna,
That's
what's
my superpower.
yours?
Yeah,
What's your
what's yours?
superpower, Miss
I
Shauna?
know.
I already know what it is.
Um, I think I would like to say that my superpower is God has given me the ability to speak to them. Not I don't want to say the masses, but to the people. And when I say that, what I mean is there's not a conversation in this world I can't have with anybody. I literally can talk to anybody.
That's
I
Right.
good. That's
I
good.
I have the ability to put a person at ease and they give me their life story. And I believe that he does that because it enables me to pray. And
Right.
so when I have the opportunity to learn more about people, I can learn 6 things about a person and they might say 2 sentences. I have the ability to connect. And I think that connection, like sometimes I look at connection just in the grounds of like networking and all of that. But when I had my daughter, I can remember I was having an ultrasound done, and you know how they are checking out the chambers of the heart. And God began to show me that our body is one big connection, right? It is
Mhm.
literally we're
Right.
built this way. And for me, it kind of like, whoa, it was like, whoa, this is why I'm able to do this the way I'm able to do it. I
Mm-hmm.
literally am able to tap into the hearts of human beings.
Yeah. Amen. I
But that's how
believe
we
it.
should always should all be trying to build relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you
I
don't
don't
know
even
who
know
you
if
come
it's
in
a
contact
I
with.
don't even know if it's a build relationship deal all the time. I think it's just the ability to hit their heart. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you can talk to people and you can build a relationship and still don't be impressing upon their heart whatever it is that God needs them to have. You
Right.
still don't be impressing upon their heart whatever. And
That's right.
God gave me that ability.
Right.
When you feel like you can stop me outside and talk to me for 2 hours and I let you,
Yeah. But
that's a God given ability.
you know
And
what? That is
it
so
happened
awesome
all
though.
through my
That's
life.
awesome.
I absolutely love people. That's a second part of my superpower. Like,
Yeah.
I love people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's sometimes creepy for me, but I absolutely love people. I can see the good in everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That's really
What?
good though, because there's good in everybody. I don't care who you are, what you've been through. There's good in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
sometimes we
can
don't
see
even
the
think there's good in ourselves. Sometimes because we don't allow ourselves to say, you know what, I have to get to a place where I have to forgive myself to be
Yeah.
able to love yourself again. And so we get to that place where we have to be able to tap into ourselves and be able to look at that. But Sean, the main thing is just being able to have a heart of understanding. And and that's a reflection on your business. People connect to that. People are able to that resonates. People remember you sometimes just from
uh-huh.
a word.
Right.
I
Oh,
like
I
that.
remember her.
All day they remember me.
They remember you.
You
Yeah.
It's
know
like
what
you
else?
should mention
You know how else
something
they
you
can
may say.
remember
You
me?
press upon that person that day. It they not may not become your client, but they will
Mm-hmm.
remember you by
Yeah.
A
just
lot of
something
times,
you
and it's
said.
that's happened several times where it's not meant for them to be my client. It's meant
Right,
for me to get whatever God needs them to get at that moment. And
Mm-hmm.
right.
sometimes it is, I don't even want to say, oh, it's a word. Sometimes it is encouragement.
Yes,
Sometimes it is just love. Sometimes it is just, listen, it and it has to be controlled. It has to have boundaries, because my cousins
Yeah.
now,
yes,
like
Yeah.
they have had the ability to ride this up
Right.
until a week ago. They could ride it.
But you know what?
Ride it.
I'll definitely say this though, and I know because I know we're going to wrap up soon. I think the reason why the networking is so essential because especially we as Black women have been silenced for so long that we have to find our voice again. And because
Yeah.
we've been conditioned to being silent, I'm just going to stay in the background. I won't say anything. I won't do anything. Now we're finally getting to the point now where I see more women doing podcasts because now they're finally, after all this time, comfortable enough, feeling valuable enough that I too can say something and it will make impact. It will do exactly
yes,
what God wants it to do. So
yes,
me helping you, helping someone to network is saying, wait, I deserve to be here. I should be here. And now I feel like I have a voice to do so. Some people don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Teaching people to network, to bring out what God has put on the core, girl, that's essential.
It
Let's
Listen,
is.
monetize that girl.
you better hype me, hype chick. Like, the real
Let's
talk.
monetize it.
Listen, it is monetized, but here's the thing, right? I've never been that Black woman. I've
Oh,
always had a voice. I've always spoke. I've always, like, sometimes it's got me in trouble. But I've always had, in places in my life, I've always been like, nah, like, even in Charlotte, they're like, oh, Charlotte's cliquish. Charlotte is extremely cliquish.
yes, it
I
is
can click with the best of us.
very.
I can move in any atmosphere.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
a
Yeah.
be seeing
I'm an
Shamandry more on
atmosphere
live
changer.
too. Shamandry be going live more. I be checking out.
Shamandarin is like this.
come on,
Let me tell
Shamandrian.
y'all
Shamandry, hey,
how.
what's up? How y'all doing this morning?
Let me tell y'all how. When I got pregnant with Charlie, It was, everybody knows that it wasn't the best. She messaged me out the blue. But she seems to do that every single time I need prayer. She messaged me out the blue, and I'm like, that's how I was thinking. She messaged me. It's amazing how God put so many people in the same circle. Like, I have a lot of people that float in the same circles, right? I have a lot of people that are connected in different ways. And it's amazing. And even if I didn't connect them, I have people that know people, right? But it's
Yep.
amazing that we have to understand the beauty of why the four of us are sitting here today, right?
Yeah.
We have to understand the beauty of that. We have to understand what that means. And as we're, like she said, as we're wrapping up, I'm gonna tell y'all what that means. That means that tomorrow y'all better show up for that launch.
Oh,
Because
let's
every
do
last one
this,
of us
baby.
gonna be
Y'all,
there.
Yes.
y'all
Tomorrow's gonna
don't
be
know. Now listen now, y'all don't know. Now we're gonna go ahead and dive on into this since y'all want to do it tonight. See?
Let's do it.
Go ahead, let's do it. Tomorrow is the launch of the Girlfriends magazine. Yes, indeed. We are excited. We are thrilled that it is going down. You all, Shamandra is gonna be on our panel for tomorrow night. Y'all, it's going down at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Zoom. I want y'all to go ahead and register. Go and get your ticket, y'all, and show up so we can have us a good time. We're gonna have an
Yes.
amazing time. It's going to be amazing. We're gonna have who? None other than Miss Jacqueline Carr is gonna be in the room. She is
Yes.
gonna be with us. We are so excited to have her. We cannot wait. It's gonna be an amazing time. So if you still need to get your ticket, you need to go to www. There it is, thegirlfriendschitchat.com. Go and get your ticket to be in
Yes.
the room with us tomorrow night because we have got some amazing individuals, our features, our contributing editors, and y'all can't miss this. I'm telling y'all because it's going to, I'm so excited. Now,
Yes.
the Girlfriends magazine is everything. It is my baby. It is birthed from the Girlfriends Chit Chat show because my women need some knowledge, information, and what I'm bringing stuff, y'all, that what you need to talk about.
Yeah.
Nothing is off limits on this platform. We talk about any and everything. Same thing goes for this magazine. This magazine is going to be a wealth of information. You may get thrown out your seat by some of the stuff you're going to read in this magazine. But that's what makes it so entertaining. And trust and believe I got my men in there too because I got my men features too. So, of
Yes.
course, every girlfriend needs what? A man in her life.
Yes, she
So,
does.
I'm going to have my men featured in my magazine as well. So, you all are not going to hate not coming because you're going to be in the room. That's right. You're going to be in the room. So I expect to see you tomorrow night for the Girlfriends Magazine launch party. It is going to be amazing. And it's always, y'all, all good things have to come to an end. I hate it because I
Me
love my
too.
conversation with my ladies. Every time it's always fun. But you know what? You're going to be able to catch us on the Believe Your Dreams TV network. That's right. You're going to be able to catch us on TV. We're so excited about this great opportunity to be on that platform. You also, it is going to be amazing. Like always, for you all who are now coming in, we thank you all for being a part of the Girlfriends Chit Chat show tonight. As always, catch us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you all have an amazing Friday, an amazing
We
weekend, and
love
we'll
you,
see you again.
Shamandrian.
We'll see
love
you
you.
again tomorrow night at the launch of the Girlfriends magazine. You all have
Yeah.
a great night. Goodbye.